Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning.
What
up? Good morning, Brick World. Good morning, panel. I mean,
yeah. Good morning.
I was gonna say if it's just one person
Yeah.
besides
What
me, is it a
what
panel?
what is it? What is singular for panel?
I don't know. Panel?
Canal, right?
I feel like that's French. I feel like that's French. But anyways, yes. Good morning, everybody. Look, the Good Morning Brick World crew is a sporadic bunch. You never know who might show up
Right.
or what's going on exactly. So just to let everybody know, we are on episode 296.
Mhm.
As we get closer to 300, obviously I'll be giving out more information about
Mhm.
the last episode, the transition from what is Good Morning Brick Road now to what it will be over on Lego Longoria's channel. So definitely be promoting that.
Yep.
And I guess look, Andrew and I still need to discuss stuff, but I mean, it's basically going to be the same thing, but
Oh
just
yeah.
slightly different. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Obviously, Andrew will be the captain of the ship, and just some things will be slightly different. You know what I mean? But it's basically trying to take the concept of Good Morning Brick World and what everybody loves, and basically keeping it going. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? I'm kind of passing the torch over to somebody else, but just want to keep everybody updated on that. So before we get too much into Good Morning Brick World, how about another round of applause for all of you guys out there, because we love you. I said another round of applause out there for you guys. There we go. There we go. If I was a rich man, I would have a money machine right now, just shooting dollar bills out at all of you. That's how much I love you guys. And as is tradition, round of applause for all the lurkers out there, because I
Yes.
understand lurking. I do it all the time. We appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you.
You guys are awesome. Always appreciate the engagement. Always appreciate the views, the support. Anything that you guys do out there that uplifts the channel
Mhm.
is always appreciated. Yeah. So today we don't have necessarily have a topic per se, but I will tell you guys that we are going to discuss some of the Lego put out their annual report of
Mhm.
a lot of the numbers that they give out. So I thought we'd go over some of that. And there's some news. There's some news that I would like to kind of discuss a little bit, if it's not already in the news segment that we do. I downloaded some pictures. So yeah, you know what I mean. I thought I'd just kind of have it random today,
Yeah.
but still kind of focus on some topics. So yeah, before we also get too much into the show, I would go around the whole panel right now, but you know what I mean? I'm just gonna go ahead and ask Lego Agoria, how has your week been, my friend?
Oh, it was great, man. A little change in life here. Friday was my last day at the radio station that I've worked at for 13 years here in
Oh snap!
Atlanta. Yeah.
Yeah,
Been in radio for 29, so 13 of it was here in Atlanta, and it was just time to go. I kind of was at a spot where I was a little burnt out there, stressed out a little bit more than normal. Radio is supposed to be fun; it's not supposed to be stressful,
yeah,
and so it kind of got to a point where it was just kind of affecting everything, my mental health, my life here with the kids and the girls. So I thought it was good for a change. And a lot of ex radio people are kind of going to this new spot where basically I'm going to be editing audio and making shows to send out to radio stations. So basically the same thing I'm kind of doing now, but just not
mm,
having to deal with all the radio aspect of it, with ratings and having to do with all that kind of stuff.
yeah.
So hopefully it's a little less stressful. It's more money. It's closer to the house. There's a lot of pluses. I don't have to get on the freeway. I don't have to pay tolls anymore. So I'm going to save a lot of money just on that alone.
That's
So
good.
yeah, so it's a little life changing, but I start Monday. So yeah, that's been kind of taking over the week, getting prepared for that and getting prepared for the new job and all that kind of stuff. So yeah.
Yeah, man. Like the whole shebang about when one door closes, another one opens, kind of
Yeah.
thing. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
But I will say, just from my own experience, twice I've had to, change up uh, a job
Mhm.
because the amount of stress involved. And I've taken less money doing it. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
It's not even worth the money, you know? So
I was at that point right now. I was truly at that point. I mean, if this job wouldn't have offered me the money they did, I would have probably taken it anyway.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like,
I hear you.
just because I knew that it's probably going to be less stressful than my current or, past.
You know, the thing is, I mean, obviously this is a much bigger discussion we can't get into, but the way, look, I am a firm believer in hard work, you know, and earn what you keep, you know what I mean? Like, you know, I'm a firm believer of all that. But at the same time, I'm also a firm believer that life isn't about just working all the time.
Right.
You know, it can be about whatever you want it to be. You know, that's what I think the meaning of life really kind of is. It's just to live. You know what I mean? You have life. But we are stuck in this rat race. You know what I mean? And it's difficult sometimes, man, because, you know, it's one thing if you can't buy like a toy I want or something, you know what I mean?
Right.
But when you like got bills to pay and you got mouths to feed or whatever, you know, the case may be, it's like you can't just stop when you want to. You know,
and I also think that the generation before us instilled in us to work. Like, I think our generation X, is like, we are like, I mean, I in my 20s had 3 jobs. You know what I'm saying? I had multiple jobs. I've always been like, what else can I do? What more can I do? You know, because it's been kind of instilled in us. You got to work, like work to make money. And if one job doesn't take it, you make 2, and if 2 don't do it, 3. You know, like
I mean, it took me until I was in basically my mid 40s, man. Until I was finally like, okay, well, I got to find a work life balance. Like, this is killing me. You know what I mean? Like the stress and stuff like that. So, and you know, it can affect you mentally and physically, both. You know what I mean? Stress can literally kill you. Yes. If you let it get too much.
That's true, man.
Yeah. So, but yeah, here, how about a round of applause to good changes? You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah, there we go. All right, let's get to the bulletin board real quick. Then we'll get to the chat and get into the rest of the show. For the bulletin board, first of all, want to say thank you as always to the Replay Gang. We appreciate you. Your replay game is strong like bull. You guys constantly amaze me with that. If you would like to support the co-hosts, which I would hope that you would, all of them, even the ones that aren't here right now, the links to the descriptions are the links to the thingies are in the description below. Please go support them any way you can. If you'd like to support me, support the channel, support any of the other endeavors that I do on this platform, you can do plenty of things. You're doing it right now. You're watching. You can just engage, chat. That's always a good thing, you know, comments. You can become a member. We have different tiers. You can throw out a super chat. We got like little funny super chat clips. Think about me before you go to bed at night. You know what I mean? Anything helps. But yes, please, anything you guys do is wonderful, and thank you very much. If you'd like your sig fig to be in the intro or any other videos that I do that have sig figs in them, which are a bunch, you can send them to the P.O. box in the description below. A little asterisk to that is occasionally people have asked me, and I like to keep a reminder up that, yes, just because Good Morning Brickworld is going to end at least on here on episode 300, doesn't mean I'm still not going to make videos with sig figs in them. I will probably periodically do them for Andrew. You know what I mean? You know, just I don't know for sure like what's what, but I just don't want you all to think that if you send them, they're just not going to be on a video anymore.
Yeah, they're just gonna end.
And not even just videos, but I post them on Instagram all the time. I love sharing all the different things that I have the sig figs do in the city. I know it's easy to say this, but I have been yearning to do stop motion again because I've made quite a few stop motion videos. I just haven't worked on any in a couple of years. But I've really
much time.
Yeah, it's an extreme amount of time.
You have to have some patience, man. Like,
yeah. And I don't know what happened, because even with working before, I used to do the Good Morning Brickworld intro and outro, the Pure Fury intro and outro, like my week in review, and just random like stop motion or other videos like all the time. And I don't know if I just burned myself out where I just couldn't do all that at once anymore. And like, you know what I mean? But anyways, yeah, I've been really, really itching to do it. And when I do stop motions, sig figs are always in them. But yeah, I just want everybody to know, like, sig figs will still be in action. So, all right. The last thing on the bulletin board is, gosh. So Mrs. Hive had to take a trip, and she's going to be gone for a while. So she's not going to be here for my birthday tomorrow. So look, I'm not saying this for like a sob story. I'm just kind of giving out some information.
Yeah.
Because I really hate it when people. I want people to get that perception. So I was going to be alone on my birthday, and it is what it is. But I was thinking, you know what? I'll just do a birthday stream, and that way I can hang out with people. You know what I mean? Hang out with my friends. I will put a link out, or you can message me if you would like to come on and be on the panel for my birthday stream. Just message me so I don't forget. But I'll probably either send you a link directly. I might put a link out in the chat, but I do have some haters out there. So
yeah. I don't know if that's
I don't need any annoyances. But yeah. So like I said, I'm gonna have a birthday stream just to hang out. I don't know how long it'll be. I was thinking about actually maybe building something. I haven't done that in quite a while.
Yeah.
So anyways, like I said, if you want to come on the panel, hang out, chit chat, it's not going to be a pure rant fury stream. I just need everybody to know that. I mean, it doesn't mean I won't, it's not like I don't rant anyways, any time of the day.
Right.
But
rant if you want to.
But I don't want anybody to get the idea that it's going to be like me just going like, crazy on the stream or something like that. It's my birthday stream. If anything, I want it to kind of stay somewhat positive.
Yeah.
So anyways, yeah, so that'll be tomorrow evening, Eastern Standard Time. It'll probably be 7 or 8 o'clock, and an hour or two, I mean, you never know. It could go longer. Depends on if I'm drinking. Which, now that I think about it, I think I might. I think I might. I think I might have a birthday drink. So if you guys want to see Hive get a little tipsy.
What are you going to be, 49?
Yes, sir.
You're my age, right? 49. I just turned 49. So
yeah, man, 49. Yeah, I know. But the crazy thing is, and I tell people this, like, I feel almost really better than I did in my 20s, man. We
probably took care of our bodies a little bit better than we did in our 20s, for sure.
Dude, I was on Threads, and I saw some woman post like something about, she just saw like a sexy 50-year-old man or whatever, you know what I mean? And somebody in the comments was like, I can't remember exactly what they said, but they were like saying something like some old people joke stuff, you know what I mean? Like, what are you watching on a cane or something? I can't remember what he said, but I was like, I'm trying not to curse right now. But I was like, this person, man, like, dude, I feel like I need to like curb stomp people. It just to show them, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
You talk like that, but I tell you, if I was face to face with you, you don't even know. Anyways, yeah. So birthday. All right, let's get into the chat. Sorry. Let me go ahead and throw down some music here, because I was also thinking about something else that was kind of random. So I'm going to Brick World this year, but I think in 2027, I'm going to, instead of going to Brick World, I'm going to actually go to a tattoo convention,
Nice.
or some other type of like maybe toy nerd convention or something like that. It doesn't have to be just strictly comic books, but the thing about Lego is it's just Lego. If you go to like Comic-Con or something like that, it's comic books, it's artwork, it's a lot of toys, a lot of cool stuff, you know what I mean?
Right.
Because I really wanted to go to the Baltimore Tattoo Convention this year, and I could probably still go, but I just can't spend really any money the way I want to, because I'll be going to Brick World. So 2027, we'll see. Maybe I'll make a lot of money or win the lottery or something.
There you go. Yeah, when you win the lottery, dude. That'd be great.
Horror 66, what's going on? Good morning to you.
Dude?
How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Cajun April out there says, good morning, everyone. Have a great Sunday. Well, thank you.
You
You too. Hope you're doing well. Smokey.
too. Okay.
Good morning, host, Brick Folks, and chat. Well, thank you. Good morning to you as well. My Bricks and me. What is going on? Good morning to you. Hope you're doing well. I see Moto out there. Hello
What
and
up,
good morning. We got Mayo. Mayo, I still haven't figured out why you keep saying that. I'm sorry. I'm not sure what that's all about. Because if it was on Pure and Fury, I'd ask you a more direct, specific question.
Is he talking
but,
about Bubble? Was it Bubbles, Michael Jackson's little chimp?
Man, see, that's a whole nother aspect. That's a whole nother layer. You know what I mean? Like now there's at least 3 layers that I'm thinking of with this comment. And one of them, there's 2 of them I really didn't want to think about, but now one of them I really, really don't want to think about. Miss Brick on Brick. Good morning to you. By the way, Mayo, I hope you're doing well, my friend.
Yeah.
Thank you for being here. Appreciate Brick. However, go past that guy.
Yeah.
Bricks in the house.
Good morning.
Brittany, how you doing? Good morning to you. Thank you for being here. Chef, what's cooking, brother? What's cooking? Hope you're doing well, my friend. Who else is out there? I see Big Nate. Big Nate Bricks. What is going on? Good morning. No, no need to be sorry. And you know, obviously I'm not gonna get out personal information about stuff, but Mrs. Hive just had like family emergency stuff that she needs to take care of. Because look, and again, I'm not saying this because I'm like I want people to feel sorry for me or anything. I'm just talking. I don't remember, if at all. I mean, it's been so long or whatever, but if I've ever been alone on my birthday, like not having a friend or wife or family member, or and I know it's not like the end of the world or anything. It's just weird. You know what I mean? Just
Right.
Your birthday and you're just by yourself, like just sitting. I mean, don't get me wrong. I got the dog, Xana. But
Probably
Xana
better than most people.
But look, the thing about that though is Xana. I mean, look, Xana loves me, but she misses Mama. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
And she's been going through a roller coaster of emotions, and she was in denial the last one for a while, and then finally I think she just accepted it.
Yeah, she's like,
but
I got.
But she's still kind of pissed off. You know what I mean? Like I'll go, like she'll be sitting there and I'll go up to pet her and then she'll just move her head like that. I'm like, it's almost like she's blaming me.
Right. It's
Mom's
your
not
fault.
here.
It's your fault.
Yeah. So now she's going through a whole nother set of roller coaster of emotions. You know what I mean? Like, all right. I mean, he gives me snacks. He's feeding me. So I at least got to be somewhat cordial with him.
Right.
Okay. What?
That's how I feel about my dog too. Because Leslie is definitely alpha over her. But I'm second in command for sure. And I feel that way too. Like when it's just me like feeding her, she's like, I guess, dude, like, let's just get this over with, both of us. And I was like, I love you like just as much. But why are you being like this?
Yeah. I mean, and Xana it's because we got her from a shelter.
Right.
And we're like 99.9% sure that she was abused in some form or another. You know what I mean? Definitely the people at the shelter told us that she must have been in a wire cage or something because she chewed so much, like she broke off a lot of her teeth and stuff. And we've had her now for a few years. And she's like obviously way more comfortable. Like we've gotten her a little more adjusted to people, not completely, but as much as we can right now.
Yeah.
But she still acts skittish. You know what I mean? She'll still act really, I don't know the right word. It's she's not like any other dog I've ever known. Like where they're just, I don't know how to explain that too. If you're a dog owner, you love dogs, you know what I mean, around them all the time, you know what I'm talking about. They're just a normal way most dogs are. They come right up to you all the time. They want tons of attention, and she does too. And she's gotten more and more better at it, but she's still very. Still keeps a distance. It's
yeah, for sure.
Yeah. All right. Let's see real quick in the chat. Thank you. I appreciate it. Y'all are too sweet. I try and wake up every day for 7 or 8 p.m. Eastern. Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate it, man. Whitticky, what's going on? Afternoon Hive and Lego Longoria finishing off the Go Merry whilst watching. And happy birthday. Appreciate it. I mean, it's tomorrow, but I still appreciate the early birthdays. I appreciate it. Comic-Con isn't easy to go to. Also, it's very expensive. Plan for that. It's super fun. Well, look. All right. I would say, man, at this point, maybe several years ago now, Mrs. Hive and I entered the drawing for San Diego Comic-Con. I can't remember how we did it. I have to ask her because I can't remember if we had to pay. I think you have to pay to get into the drawing too, but it's not like stupid expensive. But I don't know. Maybe you don't. I'd have to ask her because she was basically like spearheading it. I was just there for the ride, But I do remember once we were in the drawing, they would do like a random drawing of your name. You know what I mean? For one day. And we didn't get it. And then they do it again for like the next day, and then you get it. So we didn't get any of the days. So it's not. And then if you've been to San Diego Comic-Con already, you get like an extra thing or something. Like you get a little bit of an edge, so that way you can go the next time, right? So it's not easy to get to San Diego Comic-Con. I was just talking to a buddy of mine about trying to get up to New York Comic-Con, and that's like the second famous or biggest whatever comic convention, I think. So I would imagine that's also not easy to get into. I would think that one's more of like tickets open and first come first serve.
Right.
I would think that's probably how that goes. Now I'm pretty sure either the third or fourth biggest comic convention is one I've always gone to, and that's the Baltimore Comic-Con. We got like a really big convention center, tons of cosplay. It's an amazing experience if you can't go to like San Diego or New York. I highly recommend it. So that's probably the one I would go to. And I miss it. We used to go like every year. And then just Lego consumed my life. So yeah, we'll see. And as far as the tattoo conventions, again, probably Baltimore, but I'd probably start with Baltimore because it would be my first tattoo convention. I've never been to a tattoo convention before. So,
I almost went to the one here in Atlanta. The one here in Atlanta was 2 weeks ago, a weekend ago, or something like that. It was on my birthday weekend. And I was thinking about going, but we were just too busy. I've never been to one either, but I've thought about going for sure.
I've got so much work I need to get done, man. And that's another reason, like, on top of just a lot of like, random anger I have at Lego and stuff like that. There's just also just a lot of stuff that I just haven't done since I've started the channel, and Lego's, like I said, consumed my life. And I mean, there should have been at least $10,000 worth of tattoos on my body by now. You know what I mean? I know that sounds like a lot, but just my arms, that I've got.
Right.
For, I mean, that's going to be probably, I don't know, at least a few $1,000s a piece. I mean, at least. So yeah. So I think I saw some new people out there. Iceberg in the house. What's going on, brother? How you doing? Good to see you. Looking forward to meeting you and everyone else at Brickworld. You gonna be at Brickworld this year? I hope so.
Yeah.
There's a lot. It's great.
I'm going for sure.
Well, for me, it's always been the best thing about it. You know what I mean? Like all these people we make friends with and you get to know and everything, like this one time of the year you actually go get to see them in person and hang out.
Right.
So and every time I've been, I get to hang out with people I know, and then like the next time get to hang out with them again, but then there's a whole new batch of people that I meet, and same thing this time. There's probably at least a dozen or so people that I've met in this last year that literally have mentioned about like, looking forward to meeting you and hanging out or whatever. So yeah, like it's just a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun, Let's go have a drink. Let's go play games.
We see each other on Instagram and all the time, and then we don't get to really meet each other in person. So it was kind of cool for sure.
And I'm very interested to see, because the big thing's going to be next door. The arcade go-kart place, man.
Oh,
are you kidding me?
dang. Did it open up?
I watched a video of it, man, because it's all done now. They had their grand opening and everything.
Oh, heck yeah.
Dude, it's insane. I mean, I know everybody's going to hang out over there, but I'm just curious how much, because normally everybody's hanging out at the convention center. But I'm telling you, man, everybody's going to be over there for hours. I am personally looking forward to throwing down some money. I'm going to do some gambling.
Oh,
on these go-kart races.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah. And I'm sorry, everybody. If I'm racing, I'm putting money on myself, unless I know you're really good. If you're really good, I will bet against myself just to win the money. But no, man, it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. There's like skee ball. There's arcades, man. It's going to be
Oh, man, my girls are going to have fun with that.
I'm telling you, dude. Let's see here. What do we got out there? Mrs. Papa Trip. What is going on? Good morning, World. Papa Trip and I are enjoying the show as we do our honey-do list today. Oh, yeah, I've got a very long honey-do list that it's going to turn into a different word. The honey is going to be taken out and used like an MFer to-do list or something. I knew it, dude. Oh my god! Like it's even I'm getting hard on myself because like Mrs. Hives like saying like, "Don't worry, it's okay. I know you've been working a lot, and et cetera, et cetera." And I was like, "I know, but like some of the stuff I've just been on too long. You know, I got to finish it." But yes, thank you, appreciate you. Hope you get your guys' to-do list done quickly and swiftly. See, oh yes, I go to Comic-Con every year in San Diego. It's a blast, but expensive. Yeah, I think about the money I spend at like the Lego conventions. I'm like, yeah, and I always do when we go to Baltimore. You know what I mean? Like I'm buying shirts, I'm buying prints, like art prints, obviously some comics, all kinds of little knick-knack toys, and just I bought a Lego set one time. I bought the Parisian restaurant, I think it was. Yeah, it was pretty wild. Agents of Mock in the house. Good morning to you.
Morning.
To you both. Hope you all are doing well. Having a good morning. Multicasm Geek out there says good morning, Brick World and chat.
Good morning.
Scotch Blocks. Nice to see you, my friend. Good to see you. Yes, coming over on my own this year. It is possible I might shorten my trip. Instead of going normally I would leave here, I would drive and leave here Tuesday, stop like halfway, sleep in a hotel, and then Wednesday morning or I'd show up in Chicago. And then I'd leave Sunday afternoon, again, stop about halfway, and then show up Monday morning. But yeah, I might shorten it by a couple of days this year. I'm not sure yet. And I'm even thinking about maybe flying in and then renting a vehicle.
Oh, yeah, that'd be cool. If you're not you're not bringing a mock or anything, that would probably be the best,
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about it. But if I buy stuff, obviously I have to keep it light, which again, that's not a bad idea either. God, but that's not just money. That's also like time and work. I'm just sounding lazy. Let's see anybody else out there before we go back into it. Nope. All right. Let me turn off the music here. There we go. All right. Yeah. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
I gotta tell you, we definitely got some stuff we got to go over. Yeah. So let me just get this ready here because I'm very curious if one of the things is talked about yet. You know what? I want to talk about it first, about some of the stuff that I've got here. And then we'll get into the news because I don't know if they're going to talk about it and I want to go over it. Give me 1 second. Pull this up. Okay. Crocs. At first I thought this was just like some AI crap. Mhm. But
They
it's
look
not.
better than they look better than the other monstrosities.
Oh my gosh, what are you kidding me? I mean, look, it is very clear now that those big shoe boxes are just novelty items.
Mhm.
You know, just God, man.
Do you think they did it so that you could draw attention, so that when this dropped, you'd be like, "Oh, that's way better than what they just came out with. I'll buy those."
Look, they did it. They did it because they're like, we can make money off this.
Mhm.
That's pretty much what it was. And they did.
Yeah.
They
And
did.
they're gonna make more money now.
Yeah. Now they're gonna make more money. Because these are what everybody wanted when they're thinking of Lego Crocs.
Mhm.
And look, I'm gonna throw up a little bit of a hypocrite flag here for a minute. So I just need everybody aware. I'm gonna say some shit that probably people wouldn't expect. With the exception of these flowery things, I really like this black one. And at first, because I want to be transparent, I was like, I might actually buy me a pair of Crocs.
Wow.
Yeah, I know, right?
That should be the news right there.
Dude, I feel like that should be
It's
a
breaking
commercial for
news.
Crocs. Like there's these are so good. Hive is
Yeah.
thinking about buying a pair.
Right.
Are you kidding me? Right? So I was like, oh wow, you know, all these look pretty cool. You know what I mean? Because like I wanted the sneakers that look better than those bright yellow ones. But yeah, I was just like, okay, look, man, I'm feeling a gravitational pull towards this thing. I'm not gonna lie. I've always kind of had an unrational hate for Crocs. But I'm like, look, I'm like, I'm seeing them in like kind of a new light. That's kind of sexy. I don't need all your giblets or whatever the heck you guys call them.
I think
I
that's
don't
what they're
know.
called.
Giblets?
I think that's they're giblets or giblets.
I don't know, but one of them I'll eat.
It is.
So I'm like, all right, Midnight Garden Clog. Okie dokie. That sounds like me. That's a little bit of balance. Whew, yeah, man. Okay. I mean, again, I don't need.
Yeah, I'm sure you could take those off.
I would hope so, but yeah, I don't need all that, right? But then I was like, $90. $90.
Is that when you decided that they weren't for you?
I'm like $90. You guys want to see something? I wasn't even going to share it because I don't even want anybody else to know about it because I want to be the only one that's wearing them. But look, I'll show you something, man. I'll show you a pair of shoes that I'm looking at hard, but they're like, I don't know, $160 or something like that. Hold on a second. Let me make sure I can show you the right picture here. All right, let me put myself on the Jumbotron. Hold on a minute. Dude, check these out.
Oh, those are nice.
I
see it now.
Dude, they're like Grim Reaper shoes.
I
can't remember what they're called.
I didn't see that at the Fred
and,
first.
And on the back of them, they got a little symbol with like the Reaper, like with the hood on and everything.
Those are tight.
Dude, they're really I'm like, and they glow in the dark too.
Oh shit!
They glow in the dark, dude.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut that. I mean, you sold them before that, but now they glow in the dark. Heck, dude.
So I'm like, why? It's like, why? I mean, do you think look, because I know Lego is one of the main things I complain about. And they have they're on a different level of why I complain about them because, you know, they're a children's toy. I get adults welcome to get that out of the way, but like they're a children's toy.
Yeah, they're just welcome. It's not for them.
I mean, just like the Pokemon stuff I was saying the other night, like I'm not trying to take anything away from the millennials. I don't understand the Poke craze. I was more of a Magic Gathering and poker, like the game poker. Those are my 2 card games. But I'm not trying to take anything away from millennials, but I'm like, hey, Lego, did you ever think, is it possible that maybe a child would want, a Pokemon set?
Yeah.
That's not 60, 80, 60, 70, whatever dollars. I don't know. Apparently not. I mean, look, I remember one LAN member, Solid Brick Studios, saying one time that Lego's premium and not everybody can afford premium. Tisk, tisk, tisk. And you know what? I wanted to add something really quick. I'll be bringing this up again on Friday night, but there was something that I thought was very interesting that I saw on a video that I was thinking about doing a reaction video to. So Old Kirk, I mean, that's what they called him, right? Old Kirk, back in the day when he was making the company and everything, he had like, was it 5 or 6 core values that was very important, that was connected to the brand. So I took a screenshot of what those were from the video, and I wanted to share them with you guys real quick. I think maybe you'll find it interesting. Compact, reasonably priced, durable, timeless, easily distributed, and suitable for all kids. Well, I'm not saying all of these have been lost, but definitely number 2 is not. It's gone. They're not reasonably priced. If anything, they're beyond, that.
Right.
Durable, that can be debated as well, because there have been a lot of production issues going on, whether it's coloring, stuff like that. Timeless, yeah, they still got that. Easily distributed. Well, it depends on what country you live in, huh?
That's true.
Yeah. Suitable for all kids as long as they got the money.
As long as they got a job and a 401k.
I mean, it's just yeah, I don't know, man. Lost the plot. So as far as like the stuff I want to talk about, though, is the Crocs. Is anybody going to buy $90 Crocs? Look, if you are, I'm not judging. And apparently, from what I've been told and from research that I've done, generally most IPs are in the $70 to $80 range. So I wouldn't expect anything less for Lego to charge $10 more for theirs. Yeah, crock it out.
Those black ones were pretty tight. I like.
Yeah,
them.
Man.
They did.
I mean, and
I'm not a Croc person either, but my daughters are, and
I know there's a lot of people that have Crocs, but I think there's also a whole Croc collecting group.
Oh,
maybe like sneakerheads, you know what I mean? But they're
really?
Crockheads. Yeah.
Crockheads.
Not to be confused with crackheads.
No, those are different. Those are different heads.
Yeah, this is a different head. All right. Let's get into some other news, see what's going on this neck of the woods. Where are we at? There was something. Yeah, I went down too far. Lego teases new Lego Jurassic World sets. Oh, look at that.
Yeah, I like that Jeep.
Yeah, you talking about this one?
No, the one above it. Not the Duplo set.
I know, right? I will say I like the color on the dinosaur. That's nice.
Yeah.
And look, I appreciate this smaller pterodactyl. And yeah, that Jeep is pretty fly. Yeah, if everybody saw the commercial, Jurassic Park dinosaur fossil Triceratops teaser.
Oh,
right up in here. But this is what everybody's talking about. And yeah, man, that's a fly Jurassic Park Jeep Wrangler. As a matter of fact, I'm tempted to get it. But what is it like? It's like, I think $200.
That and Crocs. What's going on with you today, dude?
I know, man. Well, no, I mean, it's not about like, I guess the surprise would be just me buying like an expensive Lego set.
right.
Not that it's the Jurassic Park
No,
Jeep
right.
Wrangler, because this isn't a Technic vehicle. That's why I like it. It's very well done. And look, Jurassic Park, you know I don't have a bunch of Jurassic Park toys, and I don't really have much of Jurassic Park anything kind of floating around. I mean, I have some dinosaurs, but I mean, it's still a very significant part of my life, because I think I was like 16 when it came out. And I remember one day I was just out skating by myself. And, I used to watch movies by myself all the time. I mean, I'd go with friends or dates, whatever. But like, if I was just by myself and there was a movie out and I wanted to watch, I would just go to the movie theater and watch it. And I remember going and watching this because I remember seeing the commercial, and it blew me away. But it was just, for a lot of millennials and Gen Xers or Zillennials, whatever you want to call them, movies were a huge part of our lives.
Yeah.
Like, we can trace throughout our lives, like different like pings, you know what I mean? Of like a big, huge, significant movie that came out, maybe it was, like you said, Jurassic Park, or I don't know, Terminator 2 is another big one for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When that came out, because my dad also would watch movies a lot too. So we'd go watch them together, which was great because like we both got to see like the Phantom Menace together, and then Revenge of the Sith. Because I always tell everybody about like when we walked out of the Revenge of the Sith, I was like, did Padme die of a broken heart? Like, I was like, what was that all about, man? Anyways, so I'm tempted to want to get it. Again, I think it's 200, but I'm not gonna make that kind of decision until I see Kit from Knight Rider, which I'm hoping we'll get a preview of that soon.
Yeah, that for me would probably be a day one, right?
Yeah,
there.
I feel like that's gonna be a day one too, especially if it looks as good as I'm hoping it's gonna look. But yeah, this is definitely a contender.
That's
and I might still
put that
get
stupid smart brick in there.
Oh my god,
that would make it talk. That would be best.
And I'm not, and I may get it just for the fact too that I'm not gonna get the UCS N1 Starfighter for May the 4th. Like I'm kind of disgusted with that ship. So I'm just out of sheer principle and pettiness, I'm not buying it. Yeah. So I might take that money and buy this. Who knows?
Yeah.
But it's a beautiful vehicle. Good stuff. Lego Batman Legacy of Dark Knight Future Game Show Spring Showcase. Man, that's a whole lot to say. I don't know. I guess it's for a game. Yeah. And it's probably really rad. Lego Easter decorations, gift of purchase revealed. Whoopee. If you're into that, you go be great. That's
little Easter eggs.
Yeah. That's, Lego Ideas 1010 Moon Rocket officially announced. Boy, I gotta tell you, I just didn't realize that 1010 was popular enough for Lego to have a $200 whatever dollar set for it, or maybe it's not 200. I don't know. I mean, look, it's a nice rocket. It's a nice giant red rocket.
Red rocket.
Red rocket. Yeah, if you know, you know. If you don't know, then you're better off. Lego Ideas Sea Friends. Oh, look. That's sea. God dang. Actually, those are really nice looking. I ain't gonna lie.
I like those.
Yeah.
They're kind of coming off of the butterfly, the praying mantis. Remember that set?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember because it didn't have a really good bee in it. Yeah. I don't know. Everybody loves bees, but Lego's like, screw that, man. We're gonna do the praying mantis. No,
we're gonna get you a good bee before you die. So, before you die, dude, Lego will give you a bee.
We're gonna get there one day. All right, let's see what we got going on over here. Back. All right, Discovery Center once again part of Lego Group. That's great. Jurassic, great. Crocs. What are they talking about? Official images of we know. We just showed them. What somebody in the chat, tell me, is this giblets or giblets? I can't remember which one I eat.
I think it's giblets because I think giblets is what you eat.
Yeah.
If I had to remember.
I gotta tell you, as much as I like these, I'm like, why do they have to put a big black flower on it? Like, it's a lot of extra. Like, all these got nice little short bricks.
Right, and that one's really.
I mean, they even look kind of fly, dude. What's going on with me? Somebody needs to smack me, smack some sense into me. I don't know what's going on here.
I think it's because Mrs. Hive is not there to like say you're an idiot. You don't
right?
know.
I know. I don't have anybody calling me an idiot right now.
Yeah. It is, dude.
Oh gosh, and it doesn't mean anything from the haters, so that doesn't count. It's like, if I don't love you, then your insults are just nothing to me. See, this is really nice, dude. I can imagine anybody that has a much nicer sense of decor than me would love this kind of stuff. You know, if you're one of those people that just, I love life, then yeah, this is something I can imagine that you're really going to be excited about. Oh my God. Okay. What else we got going on? Yeah, we talked about that. Oh yeah.
Oh, the Luigi cart. Yeah.
Well, not just that, but you know, the other thing that happened in the news. Let's talk about it. Mario CMFs. Man, I'll tell you what, the whole community out there, like, I've never seen people so excited about a CMF line. And I get it. Some people are big fans of Mario. I personally, again, I don't have Mario crap everywhere. You know what I mean? But Mario, especially, you know, the first NES that came out. But I was talking the other night about how, like, I fell in love with the N64 and Mario 64. I played that game for so long, man. And I could still sit down and play it. Mario Kart was another thing, because when that started, you know, that came out and that got big, like, of course, you'd have a whole group of friends, or you're at parties, you know, you're at a party and just somebody whips out some go-kart, you know, with Mario Kart. Yeah. So it's not like I don't have any kind of attachment to Mario. And on a much more normal level, I'm like, that's great. You know, like, who knows what they're going to pull out. Now, as far as we know, there's only going to be like 4 or 5. Like, I don't think it's going to be, I don't know if it's going to be a CMF line or if it's just going to have some come out in some sets, because they talked about, like, Mario, I think Mario Luigi, they were talking about a big fig of Bowser. And I don't know, probably like Peach, I would imagine. So I don't know the exact details of it yet, but I know a lot of people are excited and I get it. But my whole thing, you know, and I was complaining about was Star Wars fans, you know, they're like, why not us?
Yeah.
Why not us?
Why skip us again?
I know. By the way, Multigasm Geek, what's going on? Hi, we need to get you B Crocs. I mean, look, if somebody bought me Crocs that were any of these Lego ones, dude, even the pink ones, there's like some pink ones, you know what I mean?
I wouldn't have put that out there, but okay.
I'd wear them. I mean, look, if someone's going to spend $80 on me, you know what I mean, for Crocs, even if I didn't like them, the least I could do is, you know, wear them and be my fly self in them. But, you know, I mean, look, because a bunch of stuff back here is things that, you know, members and friends have sent me. See this there's a kangaroo right here. That's from Lego Team B. Somebody had sent me a fake Labubu, an FUFU. You know, there's just multiple things back there that people have sent me and stuff, or gifted me, and you know, I like to show that stuff off, you know, because I appreciate it. Real quick, just kind of going over the chat, because when I'm showing the pictures, I can't see the chat. If I wanted to trip over myself, I got a couple shoe boxes to throw on. If I get $90 Crocs, they will be from Stranger Things. They probably have Stranger Things Crocs, I would imagine. Mayo says, I ain't buying any Crocs for any price. What if somebody paid you to wear some Crocs? Would you do it then? Who else is out there? I think I missed some people. Mav, what's going on? How you doing, my friend? Good to see you. Good morning. Anybody else that I might have missed? Sorry, I'm just making sure I don't miss anybody here. They're called gibbets. Gibbets. So there's not even an L in there. Gibbets. But I gotta ask, you put them in. I imagine there's got to be some sort of clamp or something underneath to hold it down, right? To pull it in, to make sure it doesn't just fly off.
Yeah, I think it's. I think it has like. I don't know.
Well, the reason I ask is because
I think it's like a stick, and then like it's fatter on the bottom, and you have to kind of like pop it in, and once it's popped in, and then you can pop. I mean, you can take them out, but
no. But I'm saying, like, doesn't that hit the top of your feet?
Yes.
When you're walking around.
Yeah, but it's flat. It's like a flat. It's like a coin almost.
Okay.
And they're rubbery, so it's like the same material as usually as the Croc. So it's not really. From what I mean, I've never put one on, so I don't know.
I mean, people, the Croc lovers that I've encountered, they tell me that they're really comfortable, even though they don't look comfortable at all. Like, they almost look like, my version of like clogs, like the whatever country they came from, and they're like made out of wood.
Yeah.
That's kind of what it looks like you're walking around in. I'm like, are they really soft? I mean, they wrap around your feet, like they hold your feet tight in there, or are you just walking around with them slipping and sliding all over the place? You know what I mean? So many things. I think I'm just gonna have to like go somewhere and just try a pair on.
So many unanswered questions.
Dude, can you imagine though if I slip one of those things on and I just fall over in ecstasy right there? I'm like, what? Like, they can't be this comfortable, man.
Why? I've waited so long.
I've waited so long.
You buy the line out. You're like, I want that one. I want that one.
Notice as I have Crocs for gardening, proper use. I hear you. So let's get back into some news. Let's jump back in. So we were talking about Mario. Now let's talk about Luigi here. This is a beautiful set. It really is.
Mm-hmm.
And if you are one of these people that have some sorts of impulses and addictions, or what we'd like to call a completionist mindset, then I imagine you're going to do everything you can to get it. Because obviously it goes perfect with the Mario one.
Well, yeah.
And to be honest with you, there's some other ones that would look really good too with it. I mean, if you played Mario Kart, there's different other characters with other cards. And yeah, they would look. I will admit, if I'm not talking about price, like I said, this looks beautiful. Like I could imagine having a whole shelf with different ones of these. And I don't know if they did it for the last car or they're doing it for this car, but how about building like, a smaller like shell or whatever, the different things you can pick up and use. So yeah. Last night, the toy manufacturer from Billund released a first teaser for the upcoming Lego Super minifigures. Confirming what fans and collectors have long awaited in this theme. The first Lego Super Mario building set with minifigures so it's a set with figures, are slated for release in 2027. Meanwhile, another Mario Kart model will be available in April 2026. This time, Luigi himself is behind the wheel, the turbocharged racer, and the initial impression is already generating a lot of excitement for building it after its release. The display model consists of 2,234 pieces and has a recommended, I love how it says recommended. Like, who recommended this besides Lego? A recommended retail price of 179 whatever euro. Like, so I guess we're talking like what? Basically about $200 for us.
Yeah.
Available on April 1st. No joke. The set can already be pre-ordered in the Lego online shop, but there are already some special offers from retailers with a 25% discount, for example, in the Lucky Bricks online shop. Oh, well, thanks for the shout out, Promo Bricks. Yeah, look at that. So great. But I got to tell you, man, what's this all about? And what's this all about? Like, who designs this stuff, man? Like, who is the designer?
Yeah, that looks messy.
It does. I
don't get it.
I don't get it either. I don't get it either. Like even for decorations, why?
Because
why
it's not
this
even
old?
it's not even the wires that you would use for like a Nintendo. Like there was never a red wire for Nintendo.
Not only that, but listen, everybody.
I would see if it was
I'm
like, you know.
I'm older, but a lot of these young kids would call me a boomer. I mean, I'd smack them for it, but they'd call me a boomer. But even for me,
Yeah, that's an old radio. That's my grandfather's radio.
dude, I wouldn't. What? At
That's
the
like
very least, it'd be a tape player,
my grandfather had that radio.
dude.
we're not we're
Dude.
not 90.
Dude, oh my god. Oh, look at this! Look at this generic Rubik's cube. That's funny. That's funny. I don't know, man. It's silly. It's look at a keyboard just sitting here on top of a box.
Well, they might as well put a VCR there too. They might as well put a VCR, an 8-track, maybe.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Jeez,
Well, at any rate,
that old.
it's beautiful. It's a beautiful set. Oh, that's a little more nicer. All right. What else we got going on here? Lego Batman novelties with extras for gamers, information in the new catalog. Yep. Yeah. So is this just for the set? Here's an announcement clip. Yeah, I think it's just for the set. Yeah. Yeah, the Lego catalog. So, oh, well, we got a lot of One Piece fans out there. So if you guys didn't know, the gum fruit, you know, that's nice. Okay.
I don't know anything about that at all.
You know, every
But
time
I like
I
their
see-
sets. I love their. I mean, they're not. It's like when Friends sets first started coming out. I was like, I don't know anything about them, but they look cool. You know.
And look, and every time I see Monkey D. Luffy, I always think about the Fantastic Four, Mr. Fantastic, how they didn't give him a stretchy arm like this. Yeah, really lame. So the Lego catalog. Yeah, let's talk about that real quick because I actually have it sitting right here.
Oh, you got yours. I didn't get mine.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know why. I don't know why they send me anything anymore. They know what I'm going to say. Look, but this is a different catalog. It's a lot thinner.
It is.
Yeah. I think it's just like a. Well, I mean, check it out. It says like what all the other ones would say. Spring. So it's, but yeah, it's a lot thinner. So, all right, the next one that comes out, or if somebody remembers the last one that came out, was it thin like this? I mean, dude, even for a Lego catalog, like this is really thin. Come on, focus. But anyways, just believe me, it's a lot thinner. So I wonder if they're making them all thinner now to save on cost. There's a really good video. I think I am going to do a reaction video too. It was really interesting. Anyways, but in this, and I was talking about this the other night, the first 2, 4, let's see, 4, 6, 8. The first 8 pages are for Smart Play.
Of course.
Yeah, like all Smart Play. Then you jump into like your normal Lego section part. And then they get into look, guys, I know I'm not like a fan of soccer or football. However, you guys over there call it. But and I understand this is supposed to represent a trophy. But come on, guys. Come on. It looks like just a blob of gold. Then, we've got this is important because I wanted to kind of mention this anyways. A lot of like spring stuff. Bugs Bunny looks psycho. Sorry.
Your favorite.
He does, yeah. Sarcastic. They show off, a Ninjago set, Creator, Friends in 1, Creator 3 in 1, some botanicals. Okay. And then we get into F1. And that's what the rest of the catalog is. F1, F1, F1. Oh, Pokemon,
Pokemon
Pokemon.
grounded out.
Yeah, good times. Lego catalog.
That was weak. That was a weak catalog. There was nothing really new in there or at all. Like, you know what I'm saying? Nothing like, I mean, all those 3-in-1 sets, that was all, those are old sets.
Yeah. For anybody that's been in the Lego community, at least pre-COVID, even if it wasn't long before pre-COVID, but at least pre-COVID, you have noticed a complete change in dynamic and shift in the Lego community and Lego in general. On Legos and just the outrageous prices and the deflation of sets, stuff like that. Within the community, I got to tell you, short form content completely changed everything as far as like what we watch, how things are distributed. You know what I mean? How information goes out. Yeah, it's pretty wild. It's pretty wild. So, anyways, that I think was basically all the new news that we probably haven't or we've already gone over. Because I think we already talked about like the picture frame gift with purchase and stuff like that. So yeah, I think we're pretty good on all the rest of that. So now let me go through the chat, and then there was some other stuff kind of just wanted to just chat about, just chat about.
Yeah.
Slapshot Bricks, what is going on? I recommend $100, but they said nah. They said nah.
They said, no, that's not what it's for.
But I just love how he's like, they said nah. It's crazy. That comment makes me think about the last Brick World Chicago that I went to. And I just don't get it. I was looking for a UCS Falcon. Used, you know what I mean? Or new, whatever. But I was trying not to, I didn't want to pay like the $850. You know what I mean? But then I don't know. When in Paris, you party or whatever. When in Rome, I don't know. Whatever the saying, however the saying goes. So, anyways, went to a Bricks Minifigs. They had one, out of the box or whatever. It was put together, but some of the pieces were kind of broken off a little bit, and you just had the minifigs laying on top of it or something. But it was just sitting in the back, almost like on the floor. I think it was sitting on a box or something. Maybe it might have been sitting on a shelf. I don't remember. But they wanted. I'm trying to remember how much it was, but I think it was $1,000 they were asking for.
Yeah, I remember you telling me that.
Yeah, I want to say it was $1,000. Maybe 900, but I really think they were asking for 1,000. Shoot, man, if I went back and watched my clip or whatever, it might have even been 1,100. I don't know. I was like, I'll give you 700 cash right now. I'll go to the ATM. I'll get $700. I'll come back. I'll hand you $700 in cash. 7 $100 bills. And you wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
I said, dude, I can pay $850 less than what you're asking and go get it brand new at the Lego store. Like, what do you? I understand Bricks and Minifigs, and I don't blame them necessarily, but I understand they are the Pawn Stars of the Lego community. You know what I mean?
Right.
Or even what you would call like a GameStop or something. But you trying to sell a used UCS Falcon for $1,000. When you could still get a new one for $850 is the most ridiculous, insane selling tactics I've ever seen in my life.
That would make sense if it was retired. You could be like, okay,
if it was retired,
I can't get it anywhere.
You have some sort of ground to stand on. You know what I mean? And then you got this guy that's like, I'll give you $700 cash. And you're like, nah. That's why I thought of the Slapshot's comment. He's like, nah. I'm like, you're insane, man. Like, I was gonna, and in my mind or in my heart, I'm like, you know what? I should just ban this place and just go away. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, fine. You're not getting none of my business. But then my brain saw like other stuff that I wanted. So I ended up spending some money anyways. I was like, oh, you're such a sellout hive. I hate you. Nah. Scott says, I don't even know what 1010 is. 1010, dude, I barely know what 1010 is because it was back in the day when they had like Flash Gordon and everything, or like the Little Prince. Is no one
I
that
don't
kind of
even
a
know
Little
what
Prince?
Tintin is.
Dude, I don't know, man. That's dude, stuff when I was a kid. And I'm not, no, not, and when I say when I was a kid, that's not even the right word. Because when I say like, when I was a kid, I mean maybe a baby.
Mm-hmm.
Because when I was a kid, we had Transformers and G.I. Joe. So I don't know what this 1010 stuff is. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Like, you know what it is? I'll tell you what it is. This is exactly what it is. First, they're like, we're just a toy company for kids. And then one day they were like, oh, you know what? Ooh-wee, I see a place we can get more money. Let's put some nostalgia on this fishing line.
Yeah.
Get them adults. Ooh, I got some Mayfalls. Woo! All right, rein them in. Now they're like, you know what? Let's get those boomers. Let's get those boomers, man. Let's do some 1010.
Yeah.
We got some Flash Gordon coming up, baby. We're gonna have a can. So you'd be like, remember that kick the can game you guys used to play? Dude, if there's any boomers out there, they're gonna put
a can with a string and another can. Remember when y'all used to talk through this? $200
$200
for 2 cans.
They got that retirement money.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
All right. So yeah, that's my theory on the 1010. Let's see here. There is a good Lego bee on the STEM set. Well, hold on a minute. I'm gonna call you out on that. Lego STEM set. Hold on, we're gonna see, because if that ain't a fly looking bee, well, I'm gonna be a hot little potato right now. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Give me a second. Let's see if we can share this. I'm not even sure. Give me a minute. All right, we can. Well, I swear to God, man. Good looking bee. What are you talking about? Man? You guys remember what them praying mantises and everything look like, right? Well, let's look at Will's bee. That's amazing right now. All right, look, I will give it up that it's the best one I think I've seen. I like how it's got the angle going on. The wings are pretty nice, Sorry, I'm just taking it in. Hi, we need to get you. Oh yeah, bee Crocs. Yep. Giblets. What else are we talking about? Rubber buttons, more or less. I have Crocs for gardening. I guess support my local Boulder, Colorado company. Right on. Bring on Toadstool, Peach, Donkey Kong, Bowser. Yeah. Everybody's gonna eat it up. Doesn't everybody display their Lego with a random crate of wires? I guess that's just me. Dude. He ain't lying. I can't believe, like, dude, it's just like, I brought this up many times in some of their other pictures or whatever. They'll have books like with the pages sticking out instead of the back or spine of it.
Right.
I'm like, how do you know what book you're pulling? Like, what? Like, do you guys even read? Should have been a remote controlled set. Lego always wants to add tech to the sets, and they already have a tech for RC cars. I think, look, if I was Lego, that's something I would try and push, because I feel like you might be able to get some RC fans into you. Pull those guys in, or gals, just pull them people in. And I think you might be able to create new RC fans, because that's a lot of fun. And I imagine the technology and battery life is a lot better nowadays. But imagine you can build your own RC car out of Lego. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I think that'd be a great idea. And you know what? Put it in the STEM thing or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, there's gears and stuff, like,
right. Yeah.
It's stimulates your mind. Fun with Bricks, 1932. What is going on, my friend? It's good to see you. Thank you for being here. I bet the photographer was missing an object for the space next to Mario. They looked around and ended up using a box with cords for their equipment. Oh man. Mm-hmm. I mean, I feel like I could decorate better than that. January of this year seems thick. Yeah. Yeah. I thought it was funny that Walmart is selling the new smart brick sets, but not the ones that actually come with the brick. Are you serious right now? Wow. I mean, I don't know if that's for like obviously all Walmarts or whatever, but just that any of them would do that. I'm telling you right now, I know everybody's kind of sick of hearing me say it, but the way they're selling it, man, it's so shady, dude.
And they're pumping it, man. They're pumping it like every Target and Walmart that I've been to. It is like prominent. Like when you go down that Lego aisle, that is the first thing you're seeing.
Yeah, because obviously
right
I ran
about
about everything, and definitely a lot of petty things. But I feel like at least once in a while I bring up some stuff that is more relative and important. I still am amazed by what seems to be sometimes the lack of care in the community about the stuff that's happening with Bricklink, with banning of those countries. But like this thing with the smart play sets, man, I just don't know how, like, oh, this isn't like, oh, Hive, you're just being petty or you're just complaining about dumb stuff or whatever. It's like, no, man, like, not only are these type of sets generally for kids anyways, you know what I mean? But it doesn't matter. Right. I mean, adults shouldn't be ripped off either. But like, you're literally specifically promoting this for children, for kids. You know what I mean? And you're making it where you got to buy more expensive. You got to spend more money. Like it's, and it just, again, it just leaves a bad taste in my mouth.
Right.
When I hear people like Solid Brick Studio say like, yeah, it's, Lego's premium. Not everybody can afford premium. It's like, dude, I don't know, man. And I don't want Lego to lose money, obviously, but I feel like you don't need to do that. You know what I mean? So, probably ran out of money in the budget for marketing. No, I don't think they did. I don't think they did. I did have no idea what 1010 is. Set looked good, but was lost with all the reveals. Yeah, because I'm sure all the LAN members were big 1010 fans. Yeah, come on now. Like nobody's even really heard of it. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter. It is kind of an odd choice, though, right?
Yeah,
it's so randomly out there.
It's random. Yeah, it's not like people were like, "Oh, I can't wait for a 1010 set," and they're like, "Well, here you go."
I still need to do a count. I really want to do a count of how many IPs that they have gobbled up, just since they've gobbled up any IPs. You know what I mean? I can't imagine just in the last few years. I'm sure it's amped up to 11, but I'm very curious about that because Lego is definitely a fun toy. Obviously, it got famous on its own anyways a long time ago, but they would be nowhere near anything, especially any kind of premium or nothing if it wasn't for the IPs.
Right. That's true.
And it's different, I think, than other types of toys and products that latch on to IPs. You know what I mean? I think a lot of stuff they would be fine, without the IP. But anyways, doesn't matter. I saw a couple new people out there. Brick Maiden, what is going on? Hello. My kid's favorite part of play is making all their own sound effects. Yeah. I don't know. It's weird to me. It's weird to me. But I know it's weird when like you promote imagination, but then they're like, here's some sound effects for you.
Here, just in case you don't know how to do it right.
Chris McBricker, what is going on? Says hello, my favorite conspiracy brick theory friends. Yes, I know we have our 10 metal hats on, or aluminum foil hats on. I'm sorry. Yeah, I know, making your own stories, sound effects, and dialogue. I mean, yeah, that's what I remember. Like, I remember when I was a kid, every once in a while you would have like maybe like a G.I. Joe ship or jet or something like that. There might be a button you could press and it might make a shooting effect. Whatever. It's just kind of optional there, but it didn't sacrifice the ship. it didn't make it that much more expensive. You know what I mean? Because
You didn't have to
obviously
buy a
making
separate charging for it.
right. And if it died, it died. You know, you can still use your imagination. But a lot of times you just replace the battery, maybe or something like that. Also, I wanted to say a little quick little story that reminded me of the Smart Play stuff that I wanted to kind of relate to. When I was a little kid, and I mean, I don't know, probably 10 or under, I remember we were at some store and I saw a remote control vehicle. Now, it wasn't like an RC car that you would think of because it had a wire connected to the remote.
Oh, okay.
You
Yeah.
know? But on the remote, there was a picture of the batteries. So it looked like the batteries either came with it or were in it. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And my mom and I didn't read the box. So, I mean, yeah, you can blame it on us or whatever, but I'm just saying we didn't pay any attention to it because, you know, and it didn't say like, I mean, and I'm sure it said on the box, like, you know, batteries not included or whatever.
Right.
But the reason I'm saying that is because I think there's going to be a lot of parents or kids or whatever that pick up, you know, these Smart Play sets, not realizing, even though it says, you know, on the box, very small, like, you know, it's play compatible, I think, or something like that, or it doesn't come with a brick. But I think a lot of them are going to be really disappointed when they open up the thing and be like, "Where's the smart brick?"
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
And I think a lot of parents are going to be on a whole new level of what the WTF when they realize, oh, you got to go buy that set so you can get the brick.
I bet you it's going to happen a lot during like Christmas time when they buy gifts for Christmas or birthdays or something like that, and then they're going to come up, and then the kid's going to be disappointed because they're going to be like, well, where the hell is the smart brick?
Especially if the kid's not even there to even maybe look at it close enough or whatever. Like a parent's, especially some grandma, you know, like she's not going to pay attention to that stuff. You know what I mean?
No, she's just picking it up.
Yeah. So again, that's one of the spoils I think about the whole system. So let's see here. Slap says, I've been a huge fan of David's channel, but if you really said that Lego isn't for everyone, that seems like the exact opposite of what a brand ambassador should say. Well, look, Slapshot, just like I always say with anything, like, you know, if you're a fan, because I get it, you know, he makes big mocks and, you know, he talks about Star Wars and stuff like that. So, I mean, I get the appeal why a lot of people like his channel. I mean, if I want anything to do with Star Wars, Lego news, you know, I get it from Ryan. And if he makes a big mock, it's not like I'm not going to see it because everybody and their freaking grandmother shares it. So, but I will tell you right now, I don't like David. You know, ever since like I've been in the community, I've just never really liked his attitude. You know, I get he has a nice demeanor to him sometimes or whatever. But like him and Brixie have both said so many repugnant things, or just not reading the room, or almost like looking down on people, or thinking they're better than people or more special or whatever. And that's not even talking about some of the stuff that they've said, you know, considering like they're tied into LAN, Ambassador, Lego. So yeah, I'm not a fan. But I again, and I was paraphrasing, I can't remember exactly, but I'm pretty sure that was almost like exact words, like Lego's premium, not everybody can afford premium. And it's like, and look, a lot of people might be like, well, he's just being honest, he's telling the truth. And yeah, I know, but the problem is you're part of that, you know. Or you're not even like calling it out or saying anything about it, because that's one thing I've always talked about. Like, I get how Lego, you know, hey, making the best toy we can, or like, we're really awesome. I get all that, man. But like, I've never liked premium being attached to a kid's toy. You know, it's not an iPhone, it's not a Lamborghini, you know what I mean? It's not like a gold watch. It's a plastic building block, you know what I mean, for kids. So that's where, again, something's been happening the last few years, and I'm not going to get into any more of it, but like, it's definitely been a wake-up call for a lot of us. But yeah, if you like David, that's awesome. Go, you know, more power to you. Lego Group needs to re-release Thor Love and Thunder Goat Boat with Smart Brick. That would, I will admit, if you had the screaming goats, it'd be funny, at least for a few minutes. And then, yeah, I don't know, it might get annoying. You could probably really annoy people with that screaming goat all the time. I'm sure parents would love to hear their kids play that all the time.
Sure.
It's almost like giving your dog like one of those loud squeaky toys.
Yeah, after a while, you're
Oh
like,
my
dude,
God, why did I do that?
Yeah.
That was like the worst mistake ever. All right. Well, even though I didn't really want to be negative about anything necessarily, and we don't have to be, I'll try and control myself. But there was some stuff I wanted to talk about that was released. I'd seen Jeong, I hope I said his name right. I'd seen him release this information about the latest numbers for Lego, as far as like, you know, what they made and just different numbers. So I wanted to talk about that. That's something I wanted to kind of get into. So let's read what Jeong wrote. The Lego Group has just announced its 2025 financial results, and they are absolutely stellar.
Oh, wow.
With Lego recording its most successful year with record revenue and profits. I mean, he seems more excited than the Lego Group. Amidst the challenging consumer environment, Lego have recorded a 12% increase in revenue to DKK 83.5 billion, and in US dollars, that's 13.2 or 13.02 billion. We'll just say 13 billion, with a net profit growing a whopping 21%. And that's going to be, so that's $2.6 billion profit. They made 13 billion, but after you do payroll, you do $500 million in marketing, you know, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, you know, everything else that they do and spend money on. After everything's said and done, you make $2.6 billion. That's a lot of money, everybody, in a year.
That's a lot.
Profit. You've paid off everything else, your payroll, marketing, like production costs. And yeah, you still pocketed $2.6 billion. The results are absolutely phenomenal, with consumer sales growing by 16% year over year, with Lego specifically calling out more receiving Lego sets. Specifically calling out more receiving Lego sets. I don't really know if I read that right. Lego's top themes called out in the annual report were Lego City, Lego Icons, Lego Botanicals, Lego Star Wars, and Lego Technic. I still don't know how Technic gets in there, but whatever. So as we can see, he's very, very excited about all the money that Lego made. Strategic overview. So I don't know exactly where they're going with this. So, I mean, advancing digital ambitions. Look, all right, I'm going to read this real quick. To enable excellent brand experiences and efficient ways of working, we will continue to modernize platforms and processes to support growth and improve efficiency while maintaining secure, resilient technology systems globally. But they can't fix their website.
yeah. Maybe start there.
I mean, but this
maybe start there.
Look, I've told many people, like with Pyramid Fury, there are many like tentacles, you know what I mean, of why it has evolved and grew and became what it is and everything. One of them is because stuff like this. This premium, we're putting ourselves on a pedestal company, talks about advancing digital ambitions, but year after year, month after month, because it's a new release almost every freaking month. Yeah, they can't make it so their website won't crash. They can't handle the load. Anyways, investing in inclusive workplaces. We create inspiring workplaces and locations where we can attract the best talent and ensure colleagues feel included, supported, and able to do their best. That's fine. That's great. You know what I mean? There are different discussions we can have about that, but whatever. I'm not going to get into that right now. Building a more sustainable future. Our sustainability efforts focus on minimizing our environmental impact, having a positive impact on children and the communities we are a part of, and ensuring that everyone involved in making Lego bricks can work in fair and safe conditions. Learn more in the sustainability statement. I'm going to come back to this part later. There's something else towards the end too that it's kind of similar, and it's more about the recycling and all that stuff. I don't want to get too much into it right now, but I'm telling you guys, recycling is not everything everybody thinks it is. Okay. And again, I don't want to get too much into it right now because I want to learn, just because I haven't really studied up on this in a while. So I want to make sure I get my facts straight about like what new technologies are going on and what it entails for them. Because apparently, I guess it's more plant-based, but also recycling some of their own stuff I'm not sure of. because that has caused production issues in color and stuff like that too. And normally I would give any company some grace with this stuff. But when the company, again, promotes themselves as premium, you know what I mean? And they talk all this mad game, then I'm holding them accountable for it. So, all right, moving on. Lego City themes. These, I guess, are the ones that did the best. Star Wars kind of surprises me because I feel like a lot of us aren't happy with kind of a lot of the Star Wars stuff, but apparently, I guess everybody's still buying it. Botanicals, that doesn't surprise me at all.
Yeah.
City, that doesn't really surprise me either. Icons, again, they put out some really rad stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I guess, Technic, maybe because F1. I know everybody's just like, oh, look at how I complain about Technic, but again, man, it's Swiss cheese. Like, I don't understand how you could look at like that Jurassic Park Jeep Wrangler and then still think Technic looks good.
Right.
Anyways. All right. What we got here?
Incomplete all the time.
What's that?
It looks incomplete, like a Technic set.
Doesn't have a windshield. Like, come on now. Innovating play and brand. Through a strong brand and innovative portfolio of physical and digital Lego play experiences, we engage fans of all ages and inspire new generations of builders. Again, it really bothers me when I hear them talk about a lot of this stuff, and even in the last page that we were looking at, and then thinking about these 35 countries that are banned, you know what I mean? And it's like, and the thing that really bugs me about it, and this is why I'm not having anything to do with it, and especially I don't support Bricklink Designer Program, is because, okay, even logistically or whatever the reason is that they haven't like explained, you can't ship or sell whatever, you know what I mean? But you can't even enter anything into the Bricklink Designer Program from any of these countries. Like, you can't even enter anything? All right. Expanding global footprint. That's probably about, I'm sure, recycling stuff. Creating memorable brand experiences. Now, this is something I will give Lego credit for, and I'm sure this is what's really added to the aspect of their premium vibe. Creating memorable brand retail experiences by investing in immersive retail, we create unforgettable brand and shopping experiences for kids and adults, both in store and online, unless the website's crashing.
Yeah.
As we continue to deepen engagement with shoppers and fans worldwide. Yeah. And look, just because I hate on Lego a lot or I rant, it doesn't mean I also don't give them praise. Yeah, there's definitely, especially when you're sort of newer into the community, but even once you've been in it a long time, like, yeah, there's a special feeling when you go to Lego store or even you order online and you get shipped, or you buy something, especially you might get a gift with purchase, or there's a lot of stuff that they do, you know what I mean, that does create like what they're talking about. Innovating and play and brand. Number one reputable brand and global rep track 100 survey. 70th anniversary of Lego System and Play. 30 years of Lego games. 868 products. I feel like this is a very important number to pay attention to for a minute, you guys. And even they're not shy about it. Largest portfolio yet. Dude, 868 products in 1 year.
That's a lot.
Dude. And I've mentioned this before, like, it's getting exhausting, like keeping up with everything that comes out and they do. And I feel like even land members got to be running in circles, man, like trying to keep up with everything.
I've gotten to the point where like I see something, I'm like, oh, I didn't even know that was even out or available or anything. It's like,
well, and there's two ways to look at this, and I know everybody might think like I'm looking at it of the negative way, and I understand that, but I feel like it's almost like if you like cake and then you just eat nothing but cake, you know, it's still good, but like it's wearing off as far as like the special feeling goes.
Mhm, mhm.
Um, yeah, I don't know. But a lot of people will look at it in the fact of like, oh, we just keep getting more and more options, more variety. And they might look at me and be like, well, you can't control your impulses and you like everything. You want to buy everything. And I want to buy everything too, but I'm just going to buy this or whatever. I don't know. There's definitely, like I said, different perceptions of looking at it.
Mhm.
By the way, I see some new people out there, but let's get to some comments also. Matt, what's going on, my friend? Good day to you.
What's up?
Does he know he's not an investor? I don't know. Laura, good morning to you, Chicken Nugget. All of this is great for the company, but for investors, traders, it does nothing for us. It's still private. Yeah. 12% increase in bonkers in this global economy. Well, Moto, I think personally, when it comes to ultimate spending, I would look, I don't know this because I don't know these numbers, but I would be willing to bet that parents, like more normies, like parents, the grandmas, you know, buying it for the kids and stuff like that. I would bet that has actually decreased. I really do. Just because, I mean, I used to be, well, I still am, but you know, I'm a parent. So unless you're really making good money, and even if you are, you might still think like, well, that's just not worth it or whatever. So I think that's been decreasing some, maybe not a lot, but definitely some. And like every single time I'm at any Walmart or Targets or whatever, and I'm around parents or whatever in the Lego store, I almost always hear them say something about like, that's too expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Like I remember there was the clearance aisle, and some dude was like, "Man, this is clearance. It's still $80." You know, and I remember not too long ago, a parent with her kid was going through the Lego aisle, and the kid wanted a set, and the parent said, "Well, you're gonna have to buy it with your birthday money or whatever. Like, I'm not spending that money on a set or something like that." I can't remember the exact words, but
Right.
but I hear this stuff all the time, right?
Yeah.
And like Moda said, the economy hasn't been super duper, you know. However, I think I would say if I had to take a wild guess, I would say millennials that have maybe pretty decent jobs and no kids. That's the big important part is no kids because anybody that's a parent knows, man, kids are expensive.
Yeah.
I think they have amped up a lot of their spending. A lot of that, like adults welcome. A ton of them have just been pulled into Lego. Do you know how many new people in Lego I've seen in the last year or two? Just popping up out of nowhere. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
And I think Gen X has definitely been pulled into it. You know,
Yes.
when you look at Lagoonies and Ewok sets, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I mean, and then the other factor, and I think it's the biggest part, is I think people are going into credit card debt with this stuff.
That's not good.
I mean, because you see a lot of it. I mean, I can't remember what I said our credit card debt was last time, but I want to say it was like almost $40 trillion.
It's crazy, man.
So also a lot of people are investing in it. So they're buying sets, not even really. I mean, some people obviously, you know, like I know Britt, she invests, but she also builds and you know, displays, and you know, she's into Lego more than just investing. But a lot of people, like my wife's boss, he only buys Lego to invest. You know what I mean? So there's that aspect. So I feel like there's a lot of very kind of nuanced things going on. And then of course there's the whole conspiracy theory that I've heard and I've mentioned once in a while is because look, years ago, I used to always wonder, like, why would Lego make this stuff so expensive? Like you could still just go down a little bit in price and you're still going to make, imagine if you only made $1.8 billion instead of like $2 billion.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like you're still going to make tons of money and you might make more because my whole thing was if it's a little cheaper, more people will buy it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Imagine just us alone. Like we'd buy more stuff, like if it was just slightly cheaper, right?
Yeah.
So for years, I couldn't figure it out. And then finally, I don't remember where I first saw it, but then it became more and more prevalent to where I keep hearing about Lego would rather fewer people buy more expensive sets than more people buy cheaper sets. So I personally think that can work with niche things. And I know a lot of people might say Lego's niche, but it's hard to be niche when you're being as big and global and it's selling as much as it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's very confusing and conflicting. And I was telling you guys, I just watched this video. I'm going to do a reaction video to it. And it's a really well-made video. I'm sorry, I'm not going to give the information right now because I don't want to get lost trying to find it and all that. But it is such a good video about what Lego is. They give a history, like a very good history of Lego, like where they started and then just throughout time. You know what I mean? Like the downfall, then they came back up and this and that. And the whole kind of end result of the video is like, why are people hating on it now? You know what I mean? Where's this coming from?
Right.
And they do a really good job of bringing up and it's like, they're not like me where they get mad. Like they're bringing up a very calm, good point. And they bring up some good stuff about Lego, but then they say all this other stuff that's true. You know what I mean? And then one of the interesting thing was they reached out to Lego just to talk to them about it. You know what I mean? To kind of interview somebody and talk about it. And yeah, Lego wouldn't reach out back to them.
Of course.
And I was like, classic Lego. We're not going to communicate with you.
Yeah, we don't have nothing to say.
Oh gosh, it was so crazy. And you know, a lot of people when I talk about Technic, a lot of people that follow me for a long time be like, "Hi, didn't you buy like that Lamborghini Scion back in the day?" Yeah, and then I used it for a table to set my lamp on for like 2 years, and then I traded it for a train set. 2.6 billion USD profit. Gee, I wonder where all that came from. It came from us. Yeah, and you know, and that's why I've always hated when people are like, "Well, if you don't buy it, they won't jack up the prices," and it's just like that's such a horrible argument, man. Like, look at all these, because I'm sure a lot of us that do complain. I mean, obviously not even like me, but just people that don't like what's going on and everything. A lot of it is just hurt. And I know they're a company, they don't owe us anything, but like you think about all the money you've spent, how loyal you've been, how much you promoted them and loved them, and you know, like it's been part of your life and this and that. And it's just like they just keep nickel and diming you, man. And then like sets get smaller, and then like they take away your pad cups and instead give you little boxes to put them in, and like so many things. Then like they do this with Star Wars Smart Play, and then they ban 35 countries, you know, blah blah. Like I could go on with a list of everything they've done, man.
Right.
Whether it's very small and little and petty, you know, not that big of a deal, to bigger things that are a big deal. Like I was talking the other day about the Lego calendar, you know what I mean? And how like every month we used to look forward to that coming out, you know what I mean? Because it was not just information, but it also was just fun to look at, you know what I mean?
And you could plan everything out. Like you'd be like, okay, well, I can plan my my expenses out so I can get whatever sets I wanted to get or whatever gift with purchases or
right.
whatever. You know?
So yeah, that's why it really angers me when people are like, "Oh yeah, just stop buying the stuff and they'll stop doing." Like, nah, man. Like, what is that? What Lego wants? They want to price us out, so we'll just stop buying their stuff, or are they? And even the way people have brought it up, it's like that still sounds so dirty. Oh yeah, it's just Lego taking total advantage of you. Really? And these are ambassadors that have said this stuff, man. That's what I mean. It's like, for crying out loud, dude. Like, what have they become? All right. Anyways, let's see. It's weird to report their earnings on a company you can't actually invest in. Yeah, I imagine for a lot of my investor friends, they're probably like, Lego, come on. Get those stocks out there. You know?
Yeah.
Because we're gonna make a lot of money.
Man, if they started doing that, woo.
Right. Slapshot says, I personally love building experience, challenge, potential alternative builds and functions in most Technic sets. That's why I buy them. I mean, a lot of people like Technic for different reasons. And some Technic stuff I think does look good. You know, look, as far as cars go, I would say F1 cars, they look all right. You know what I mean? I know I make fun, but the cranes and that stuff makes sense. I've seen a motorcycle look good. You know, what that Land Rover was that Technic? I think that looked pretty good. But for the most part, I'm like, yeah, it just looks like somebody took an Uzi to it and didn't put a windshield in it, and then left this ugly looking knob on top so you can turn the wheels. Like, whoopee. I'd rather it look good than like be function. Like, what are you doing? Why does that matter? Like, I don't understand. Wouldn't you rather just look good without that knob on top? Are you literally going on the ground playing with it like wee 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 wee? I'm doing that Lil Wayne song. Wee wee wee. But I mean, like, if it's made for kids, I get it. But it's clearly an adult, difficult Technic set, man. Like, what are you doing? Sorry, everybody. I didn't mean to go off the rails there. My bad. Because I have $30,000 of credit card debt. Well, you know, and I was talking the other day, I don't remember when it was, but I was talking about our credit cards. And when Mrs. Hive told me, like, she's like, oh my God, she's like, I can't believe our interest rate's like 15%. I was like, 15%? Like, I've been gloating for years about like ours were like 1 to 3% or something like that. She's like, well, it used to be. She's like, I was mad when it got to 12%. I'm like, when did that happen? Like, when? Because she doesn't tell me any of this stuff, man.
Yeah, right.
But I'm like, but God dang, because look, she's got an 850 credit score, and mine's like 820 or 830, and our interest rates are like 15%. Dude, that's ridiculous, man. Mm-hmm. So I can't imagine for like some younger people trying to build credit, like what their interest rates must be paying, you know?
Yeah, we have horrible credit right now because my wife has student loans that we're still trying to pay on.
Dude, oh my gosh! And
that just never gets paid down. It's just like she's like, I keep paying it and just keeps.
I can't.
I was like, yeah,
that's
I know.
That's another thing, man. That just drives me nuts. It's like, yes, you can get into a trade school, and there are some people that can work around some stuff, but like, it's pretty much promoted. Like, the thing is, go to college, you know, get a good job. You know what I mean? Like, you can't. And I will say, like, when I was looking for jobs, like, there's some jobs I could do circles around some of the people, or it looks easy. You know what I mean? I can learn it easy or whatever. But I don't have a whatever degree, so I can't get the job. Nope. But yeah, I feel sorry for a lot of these young people, man. Because yeah, again, you go to school, blah blah blah, but then you're in like stupid debt.
Yeah.
And a lot of them, like, you know, my wife was telling me, like, you don't. First of all, even if you do understand a lot, like just reading all the fine print and all these different terminologies and clauses and stuff, like, you don't understand what you're really getting into. You know what I mean?
And
once you're locked in, you're locked in.
What does it matter? Like, at that point, you know, because you need that loan to go to college. If you're
and if you're going to go to college, especially if you want to do something, you know, that's make more money. You know, if you get into science or being a doctor or something like that. And Mrs. Hive is just lucky enough. Because I know so many people that have gotten degrees and like they're working at Starbucks or something, you know what I mean? Like, but she was lucky enough to where she was able to take her 2 degrees that she got or whatever, and in business or something, and she's gotten a very good job, and now she makes really good money. You know what I mean? She does really well for herself. Let's see, Brickhive, fewer expensive sets is the Ferrari strategy, not the Toyota strategy. I know, but a Toyota will take you there. I get a Ferrari will take you there faster and better in style, but I don't know, man. I hate comparing it to like kids toys, man. Lego investing often results in dead inventory. Yeah, I mean, it's complex and it could definitely go different ways. There's no doubt about that. Chat lesson here. Billionaires don't care about you. No companies owe you anything. Yeah. I mean, I would think it's because again, there's nuance to it. Because I feel like just on average, I buy your product, you give me a good product. You know what I mean? Like, that's the exchange, you know? But I feel like with much more investment, love, and care, you know what I mean? Like, it feels like, you know, some companies really should try and give back some of that loyalty, but whatever, you know. I've heard that the Lego niche theory too. I agree with you, Hive. I think it has to do with storage, shipping, speed of sales. Yeah. Hive is so salty about the discontinuing of the Lego calendar. I am. I really like the calendar. I watched that video just before the show. It was very interesting. Yeah, like I said, I'm going to do a reaction video too. It was really good. Vote with your wallet. Yeah, and that's what I'm ended up doing. Like I said, I have no doubt I'll probably still buy a set or two every year. You know what I mean? Depending, I may not. You never know. But I feel like I'll buy. It's just like I'm sure I will buy some like CMF figs and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm done with it. Done with it. I think people who spend over a certain amount should start getting discounts the rest of the year. Yeah. Hold on a minute. There we go. I need to take you down the rabbit hole why Lego is the way it is today. I know a lot. I made a video about it actually. And I was proud of it. It was a good video. I made a video about Lego's downfall. Then I made a video about Lego's rise back to the top. Imagine how expensive Lego would be if it was a public company. I don't know. Would it, or would that give it more like investors so they wouldn't have to spend as much money? I don't know exactly how it works. But it'd be fascinating to watch something about it. Yeah, that's what I thought. It would be cheaper if it went public. That's why they don't. Plus, there's a lot of information they choose not to give out. And I think they would have to give out a lot more information if they were public as well, which we're going to get back into that thing in just a minute. I just want to kind of make sure I didn't miss anybody out there. Technic is called Technic because it's technical, not beautiful. Yeah, it's definitely not curb appeal. That's for sure. All right. Yeah, 868 products. Launched its first Formula One products and activation at 20 plus Grand Prix races. Yeah, they've really invested in some F1 stuff. Lego's upward trajectory in the post-COVID adult welcome era. So revenue, net profit. So you see, like just year after year, it's just gone up. And I would say during these last few years, they probably would have had more profit, like net profit, if they weren't investing in like, factories and et cetera, et cetera. A lot of other stuff they've been doing. But yeah, man, it's a lot. Record top and bottom line results significantly outperformed the toy market. Strong demand in all market groups and audiences. So again, back to the revenue, operating profit. Lego Group's revenue grew by 12%. Operating profit grew 18%. And net profit increased by 21%. Look, they even got the exclamation marks right there. Yeah, a lot of stuff. So this is something, again, I will return back to. More Lego elements are now made from recycled material. Significant increase in the estimated average of renewable and recycled content and the materials purchased to make Lego bricks up to 52%, up from 33% in 2024. So the recycled stuff is up 33%, basically in a year and a half. And I'm curious to see what the end results are going to be for this anyways, because, again, there have been complaints about different, bricks that are supposed to be the same color. One looks a little lighter than the other or darker. And it's been admitted it's because of, some of the recycled material. So I'm not against recycling for some reasons or another. Like there are just some things that I think make sense. Other stuff doesn't. The thing a lot of people don't understand is like you create a lot of worse things for sometimes in the environment when you do recycling stuff, because you got to put it through machines, and those machines create more CO2 or CO2. And, then you got separate vehicles. I brought this up a couple years ago about then you got more garbage trucks, different ones, you know what I mean? That are creating more CO2, right? But a lot of them, not all of them, but some of them at least are electric now. But here's the thing, just because they're electric, you still need power to charge your electric. And don't get me wrong, I am a strong proponent of utilizing every aspect of renewable energy, that we can. I think the more the merrier. Not just, your solar or your wind, but like your geothermal, hydroelectric, harness all that methane gas from dumps, yeah, I'm all about that stuff. But then there's other things, again, that create more problems than they're worth. I don't know. So, and look, the technology as far as dumps go have increased tremendously, and they're very safe. You know what I mean? So, but that's something I will get back to at another time. The whole recycling aspect. Let's see. They would make more if prices were lower. Sure, it's less cash per unit, but many more units would sell if the MTT wasn't $160. Well, I agree, obviously. But I think I would imagine, even let's say the conspiracy theory is true, and they would rather just fewer people buy more expensive sets. You know what I mean? Because it really feels like, and again, I don't know numbers, percentages, or nothing like that, but it really feels like they're marketing and building more and spending more for adults than they are kids. Mm-hmm. Like, yes, obviously there's still some kid sets out there, you know what I mean? But it just, if you took a comparison of compared to like, you know, how many sets are over $100 and under $100, you know, I'd love to see where that's at right now. And even some of those smaller sets, like a lot of them are things that, you know, maybe a boy wouldn't really want, you know, like a Creator 3-in-1 with flowers or Easter bunnies or something like that. That, you know, some of the ones that are like $10 or whatever, you know, they want something, you know, Star Wars or something like that.
Right.
And even like battle packs nowadays are like, you know, $40. So, and it's not sometimes even the price of it. It's just about what are you getting with it? Mm-hmm. You know, is it worth it overall? Also, I wanted to let you guys know, we don't have any segments today. I'm not sure if, you know, if there wasn't really anything going on, like there wasn't any, really any birthdays or celebrations or anything like that, or
your birthday.
Well, yeah, tomorrow, but usually we do celebrations, unless somebody tells us maybe ahead of time, but generally we do them like for, or like after the celebration happened. So, yeah. Anyways, so like I said, I just kind of wanted to go over that real quick. Well, we got a couple more minutes. There was something else I wanted to share just because I thought it was interesting. I'll save that for Pure Ant Fury. So two things completely, well, one's about Lego, the other one's completely random. I saw this, and I'm pretty sure this is the new Lego Nike set, but I don't know. It could be. You know, it was on the Brick News, and they're usually pretty good about that stuff. So I like this one better than the last one.
Yeah.
But whatever. The other thing is about Transformers. Transformers 1984 Generation 1 Megatron auction price hits $21,000 with 6 days to go. You know, I always like to depress my mom and tell her, like, hey, you know all those toys you bought me when I was a kid?
Yeah.
You know how I like broke them, buried them, destroyed them, threw them out? You know, like, yeah, they're worth like thousands of dollars now. I always joke around for like a lot of the younger people, like they don't get it. You know, I'm like, yeah, this thing was made of like die-cast metal. Mm-hmm. Like you could literally you could pistol whip somebody with this thing. Mm-hmm. Yeah, good stuff, man. Good stuff. Something I will be talking about on Pure Ant Fury is Tips and Bricks put out some stuff about dual molded legs. You guys, Star Wars is this dark red, and that's where that's at. Lord of the Rings, you know, has almost gotten more than Star Wars. Star Wars has gotten 11 dual molded legs throughout its lifetime. But then you've got like stuff like Dreams has gotten 36. You know, Disney 48, Monkey Kid 29. You know, like Harry Potter 29, DC 65, Marvel 63. Dude, Spider-Man alone, I can't remember. I have to pull it up, but like Spider-Man alone has more than Star Wars combined. And you know, it's just like I don't get it. Because it's you know, it's always like one of the most popular themes that they sell. It helps get them out of debt. If you want to talk about loyal fans besides your Bionicle and Ninjago fans or whatever, like what Star Wars fans don't just spend tons and buckets of money. It's like Lego just be trolling them, man. I'm telling you, just be trolling them. All right, it's been a great episode, everybody.
Yes.
Oh, a lot of fun. Oh goodness. Anything you want to shout out and promote, Andrew?
Yeah, come check me and my wife's stream out every Saturday night builds. 8:30 seems to be the witching hour that we found out works best. So we're going to be doing it at 8:30 every Saturday night. Come check us out. And then, of course, come check us out every Sunday. Right? Next Sunday, we'll be back. Hopefully, maybe, I don't know.
I got to go back and do a replay because I was in there waiting, but I passed out, I guess, before you guys started the show.
Oh, yeah, we're about 5 minutes late.
Because I feel like I even put something in the chat.
Yeah, you did. You were like, you were lurking.
Yeah. And I was like, wait, and then I just kind of passed out and I was like, oh, well, I don't know. Also, just to let everybody know, we aren't going to have a show next week because my tattoo appointment it's not on Saturday like it was last time. I'm actually gonna have it on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, sorry. Other than that, yeah. Thank you, everybody. Smash the like button. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Just a reminder, if anybody wants to join the panel for my birthday stream tomorrow, just please message me on Instagram so at least I know. And I'll just send you a link directly. Yeah, like I just said, I want to just hang out with everybody. You know what I mean?
That'll be fun.
Since I'll be by myself now.
Oh, bye.
I know, right? But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and do I got a new member outro because Super Hawk Bricks became a member and a couple other people re-upped their membership. So I really appreciate you guys being supportive. Because like last month was the first time, and look, and again, I'm not trying to get sympathy. I'm just talking. So it's relative to what I'm saying. Yeah, last month was the first time, I don't know, in probably years that I didn't get any money from YouTube. I don't make a lot, you know what I mean? But like, you got to at least get past like $100 to get paid out. Mm-hmm. So I just wanted to say, like, I appreciate very much, everybody that supports me and supports the channel and all the other stuff that I do. So it means a lot.
Yeah.
All right, let's do, speaking of which, the new member outro, and we will see you guys next week.
See you guys.
Stay safe. Have fun.